Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
A weather day with intense storms on the southeastern side of the state, and a lot of that moisture moved further north. Great video coming from Joe Anderson. Joe, thank you for sharing. We know this is an area with steep terrain. We saw heavy rain, gusty winds, as well as plenty of hail. Great videos coming in. Thank you for sharing them with us. We love to share them so people know we're out and about. Okay, this is Bald Mountain. Jacob shared this one, which I absolutely love because I talked about snow in this area above 11,000 feet, and there it is. Yeah. It's the change of the season, or at least it feels like it with this progressive fall pattern. I just mentioned our flood watch holds on until midnight, so southeastern Utah not totally out of the woods. A few stray storms holding steady there. As we look at the radar, quiet along the Wasatch Front, some echoes of moisture near Vernal, and then we jump down south, and you can kind of see that cell towards Monticello moving out of the area, but some recent lightning, and then in Uinta County and towards Sunnyside. Other than that, fairly quiet. Even southwestern Wyoming has quieted down. Another shot coming from Susan, putting the kayak on the floodwater. I don't agree with this. I never want you to go in floodwaters, but tells the story of just how much water they received in such a short amount of time. We knew flash flood potential would rise today. Along the Wasatch Front, we were quieter. Great sunset shots coming from Scott, Meg Roberts, Mark Hemsworth, and Miguel. Beautiful, beautiful close to the day for many where we were dry. High temperatures today hit 80 in Salt Lake, but that was a struggle. We spent a bulk of our day in the 70s, below average, with the low 80s being our average. 70s on the eastern side of the state, 88 in St. George. As we get through the overnight, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies will be out there. 60s once we close out the news. It's going to be a cool, crisp start to our Saturday as those numbers drop into the 50s along the Wasatch Front for those lows. Warming things up slightly as we head into tomorrow, but staying below average. And that warmth, well, that could add to instability. There's our upper level low noticeable there. It's been weakening, but it's also dug further south and allowed for the southerly flow to bring in moisture throughout the state. In the last few hours, things quieting down with a few isolated storms holding on. That low is going to lift as we head into tomorrow, so it will keep us unsettled for our Saturday. This is exactly where that general thunderstorm threat goes into central Utah over I-70 from Flaming Gorge all the way to Four Corners. But notice also Cache Valley, the Wasatch Back near Bear Lake. There's a chance that we see a storm, and I do think isolated showers and storms are possible for the Wasatch Front. Futurecast walks us through the timing here. We're clear tonight, quieting down, and you're going to see those storms popping up by the afternoon hours. Here we are by 3 p.m. Development in the West Desert. Northwest flow will bring that along the Wasatch Front. A lot of energy in northeastern Utah. Storm development over our mountains, rolling into adjacent valleys in central Utah. Could see some thunderstorms and showers rolling through. Staying active into the evening with clearer conditions moving in by Sunday as high pressure takes over. It's just a brief stint of high pressure, though. I'll show you why. Flash flood potential possible as we head into tomorrow. Here's your upper level futurecast. So there's our high. The low is going to lift. Storms and showers stick around, keeping us unsettled and slightly cooler for our Saturday. Sunday, that high pressure takes over. We rebound with the temperatures, but there's another trough. It sends a cold front through northern Utah. Monday night into Tuesday, and with moisture potential, we could see some storms before that high takes over yet again with a drying trend and will allow our temperatures to climb by the middle of next week. Always like to forewarn you early so you know why we're seeing the forecast and what to expect. 70s below average for tomorrow, but it will be a beautiful Saturday. It's just going to feel a little more like fall. 60s and 70s on the eastern side of the state, upper 80s in St. George where we've got dry conditions. That sunshine and the warming trend in southern Utah will bring the numbers back to the 90s. Here's the Wasatch Front, 70s to 80s to a slight chance Monday into Tuesday with that front, and then the warmth will return. It will be seasonal at first and then above average to follow. Stay on your toes tomorrow for the weather. A few storms will be out there. Brian, over to you.
We'll be on those